At the end of the day, that target of 192 just not enough. 5 wickets England took in the second innings, but they ultimately fell short. Lost the test, lost the series. Joining us for more reaction now, 2-time Ashes winner and member of the talkSPORT team, Steve Harmison. Morning, Steve.
Morning, Harmy.
Good morning to you both.
Look, I think it's been a fantastic series, really entertaining series, but England lost it in the second innings, didn't they?
Yeah, England lost it. I think you've got to say India. I think India won it. I thought the way Ashwin and you identify a passage of play where the game is going to change and you want brilliance, you want greatness. Many times Anderson stood up for England in the third innings of a game and just wrestled the initiative away and gone, right, bang, we're now in charge and we're going to win the game. And that's what Ashwin did. Ashwin did that. And England didn't take the last few wickets. That were 120 in front. Jarrell played really, really well. You can say that was the moment where England possibly lost it. You can say also England went in 50 runs ahead and Ashwin stood up and then they got 25 runs in 20 overs. You can criticise them for that, but I think Ashwin bowled England out then, and then all of a sudden you've got 192 on a wearing wicket. You'd believe that, like Stuart Broad tweeted last night, that any team would fancy themselves to defend 200 on this surface. You would, but you've also got to remember England's spinners are very, very young, very, very raw. If 192 is the other way around, England don't get 100 because Ashwin and Jadeja bowled England out. But that's not me knocking these two young lads. I think if I would say if I was Ben Stokes in this dressing room at this minute, I'm immensely proud of my team because we've gone to India and there was a lot of nonsense said and I was one of the guilty ones and got it wrong. There's a lot of stuff said before the series happened. Does Bazball work in India? It does, because England don't get this close in 4 test matches if they don't play the way they've played. And for me, right, I'd be so proud of this group if I was Ben Stokes.
Okay, I take your point, but I think 110 for 3 second innings or something like that, right? Where I thought, and hindsight's the greatest thing in the world, but I thought it at the time, right? We're talking about Bazball. Surely when they were down to whatever it was, 140 for 7 or 8, surely Ben Stokes, rather than try and protect, I know they'll try to protect, he's got to open up and play a few shots.
It's one of them ones easier said than done things. You're out there and you're lining the ball up and you're thinking, right, and that's me shot, that's me gap. They've let me have it. But you're also going, I've still actually got to do it. Yeah. You've actually got to do it. You're centre forward playing against your centre forward, thinking, right, am I going to try and run in behind these? Do I try and hold it up? Do I try and take him out of his space to let a midfield player run through? All this stuff happens, and you turn around and you go, actually, these two are very good centre halves, and they're not going to let me do that. In this instance, as much as you want folks to open up, you want England to be aggressive. I just think the bowling was just too good. They're too good.
I don't want to be a bad loser. Another controversial DRS dismissal, this time with Joe Root. I think Ben Stokes has indicated that he would like to get rid of umpire's call altogether. What about you?
So do I. I think umpire's call, but unfortunately it's a little bit like VAR in the grey areas you have. It's probably the only grey area you've got in cricket. The rest of them are line decisions which are quite definitive. This one, the umpire's call, unfortunately, Jeff, Ali, I think you have to have it, because what you have is the umpire's call is a prediction from when the ball contacts the batter, and then they predict where it's going to go, the difference onto the stumps. So for me, then there is a little bit of a grey area of not quite 100% accurate, 99 point whatever percent accurate. So I think then you have to have a decision on the field made, which then I think then that's the grey area. So if it's the one thing I don't like is the umpire's call when it's given out, because it makes the stumps bigger, because it's just clipping, and then the stumps are actually they're bigger than the actual stumps that are there. So I don't see any other way of getting around that, because it's a predictability of the ball hitting the batter to then where it goes onto, and that's the only reason the umpire's call's in there. The one thing I will say on that is the umpires in these last 2 test matches have not been up to the standard. So I would then criticise the umpire and say, you've actually got to be better. Yeah. You've got to do your job better, because there's a couple of times in this game where head-scratching moments and going, you've actually got it wrong with the technology. And then I was thinking, well, we're back to VAR in football.
Harmy, thanks very much indeed.
Thanks, Paul.
Cheers, boys.
And don't forget the fifth and final test live and exclusive on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.